Since we've concluded our business, I will not be able to stay for lunch.
Please, Mr. Carpenter.
You handle the social amenities. I have other things to do.
Well, maybe if I had shown up on time, he wouldn't have left so early.
I don't think it would have made any difference, Jeremy. It's a long story.
Well, just the same, I apologize.
Well, at least we accomplished what we set out to do. You know, I think I'd like to take the rest of the afternoon off and read up on the history of the Dar Salaam.
Well, if you're interested, I have plenty of material on it.
Well, yes, I am.
Well, good. Why don't you come by the museum later on?
Right.
As a matter of fact, there's an old guy whose story is fascinating. I know you'd love to read about it.
Oh? Who is it?
There's an Ethiopian count. In fact, he once gave the Dar Salaam away as a gift.
Really?
Yes.
Will you guys give me a chance? I never said I didn't listen to Claudia Schmidt. I was the one that was there when she looked at that picture of Sebastian Knight and said, he's the one.
The man she saw running out of Amber's apartment.
A couple of minutes after Kate Carruthers
And
was
you
shot.
won't even get a search warrant to go to Amber's place?
No, that's the least you can do. I mean, you got an eyewitness identification.
Harold, I'm quite sure that she probably heard some shots, okay? But the question is where? Where and when?
Oh, come on, Sergeant. She told you where and when. Amber's place, early in the morning. What more do you want?
Russ, we're dealing with somebody that lives on Fantasy Island. She has no idea about time and space.
Yeah, but you just can't pass her over.
You know what she did Christmas Eve?
What'd she do?
She called up the police station and asked us to send out a squad car to pick up a stranded elf.
Yeah, I remember reading about that.
We're not talking about elves. Just go to her apartment and look for the second bullet, okay?
Look, if it was there, we would have found it already, or Amber would have seen it.
You think that she would have given it to you if she found it?
Yes, I do. She probably would have said it was proof. Evidence that Dave was drunk, he missed the first time and took a second shot to make sure Kate was dead.
Yeah, especially with Stacy confessed, Amber wouldn't have any reason to hold that information back.
What are you guys talking about? You got an eyewitness, and you're both ignoring it.
Russ, look who you're dealing with. This is the woman who identified Sebastian Knight as the Knave of Hearts.
I suggest that you start running down some motives. Why would he want Kate Carruthers dead? Have you asked yourself that yet? Huh? Maybe you just might stumble on some valid reasons.
Sure, if it'll clear Stacy.
Oh.
You and Jean ought to be partners. Both of you, crusaders.
Well, I just happen to think that there might be something to it. That's all. I'm only asking you to check it out.
Look, I am sorry to disappoint you. I can't get the search warrant, okay? And I might have to call Gene and tell him the same thing.
I love you, Courtney. I think this can work out. I know it can.
Oh, you have enough idealism for the both of us.
Well, if that's what it takes.
More than that, Peter. So much more. You can't know.
Of course I can't know. You won't tell me anything. You go off as one person, you come back as somebody else.
Not by choice.
Will you give me a break? You've got a choice. What do you think made our relationship so great? Is that I gave you a choice. I gave you an opportunity to see new options.
Yes, you did, Peter, and they were wonderful choices that I'll never regret, but...
But what?
Don't you think that I want things to be just the way they were at New Year's?
I can help you.
Help me how?
You tell me right now that you don't love me, and I'll walk out of here for good. That's what I thought. You can't.
Well, I'd say this was perfect timing on my part.
Vaughn, how long have you been standing here?
Just long enough to get a good look. Nice to see you again, Pete.
Sorry, I can't say the same.
Well, just consider me a shot of reality. Not a very good habit to get into, Courtney.
Look, I think maybe both of you should leave now.
Oh, I don't think so. I mean, after all, we might not be in such close company. The three of us. And I'd like Peter to be the first to see your new engagement ring.
Are you sure you don't want to go to the museum with me, Terry?
No, thanks. Maybe some other time.
Oh, you've heard enough about the Dar Salaam Bible in one day without reading about it, huh?
No, that's not it.
Well, did Carpenter's rudeness get to you?
Believe me, it went in one ear and out the other.
Well, what is it then?
Well, it's something we were talking about. You know, about being honest with yourself, about your feelings. I guess I just feel that I'm... Well, we can talk about it some other time, okay?
Okay, got yourself a date.
Date?
Well, sure. I mean, we spent a lot of time together, but it seems that we're always talking about somebody else, not us. And I think it's about time we got to know one another. What do you say?
Well, to the future, Mrs. Vaughn Sumner.
Vaughn, please. I see no reason for this kind of display.
But I'm not making a display. I'm simply asking you to marry me. Again.
I gotta admit, Sumner, you have a way of bringing things to a head.
Well, you could say that, yes. Well, who's it gonna be, Courtney? The boy wonder or me?
Well, I guess now's as good a time as any. Yes. I've made a decision.